Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Today's video, I want to do a mashup of Housewives court cases. Yes, we have breaking news in regards to Erika Jayne's court case, Erika Girardi, whatever you want to call her. We'll call her Girardi when we talk about her legal cases. As you know, Emily D. Baker surprised us and called in this week when we were talking about the breaking news that Erika Girardi's attorneys withdrew from her case and it was granted by the court. Emily broke it down for us in layman terms. Shout out to Emily. Appreciate my Taurus sister. She always breaks these legal cases down in such a unique and clear way. I'll post a link in the description of this video so you can get that breakdown from Emily. And also so you can subscribe to her YouTube channel. But now, according to Ronald Richards, who's a part of another portion of this whole Girardi mess, you know, he weighs in on a lot of these housewives court cases on social media. Well, yesterday, there was some breaking news that her attorneys, Erika Girardi's attorneys, that withdrew from her case, which was not a good sign because according to Emily, what they were saying in this motion was that they were not able to mend. They were not able to have that lawyer-client clarity and openness with Erika. The same issue that we have with her on Housewives, her holding off and withdrawing and not telling us her real story, like Dorit or Lisa Rinna. Oh, there's a lot of them. This is what the attorneys were saying in this motion earlier this week. But now, according to Ronald Richards, it was miraculously changed. Now they can trust her. What exactly does that mean? Let me just show you what he posted. And shout out to Ronald Richards because he's doing the Lord's work. This is what he wrote on his Twitter earlier yesterday. He said, breaking news, Erika Jayne's attorneys have now withdrawn their motion to withdraw. Say that 3 times twice. Apparently, the urgent and immediate breakdown of the attorney-client relationship has now been miraculously fixed. See the attached withdrawals of the motions to withdraw. And I'll post the link in the description of this video so you guys can see those attachments. I had to break this down for you guys because it's like we just reported a couple of days ago. And again, Emily broke it down for us because I didn't understand. Okay, they're withdrawing from the case, but what does that mean? Well, based on what Ronald Richards is reporting in this new update, is that this whole breakdown of the relationship regarding being able to trust your attorney with telling them every single detail so they can defend you and protect you. They were saying that there's no way we can continue working with her if she's not going to be allegedly, reportedly open and honest and revealing to us. So apparently, maybe this week, Erika had a change of heart. Maybe after that documentary came out, because everyone was saying, oh, they withdrew after the documentary. According to Emily Baker, no, this was probably in the works way before the documentary. Well, now we're seeing maybe she opened up. Maybe she said something that they needed her for them to hear so that they can protect her. We shall see. I don't want Erika Jayne to go to jail. I do want Erika Jayne to give these these victims their just due. The money that they are owed from your soon-to-be ex-husband. I get very emphatic about this, especially after watching that documentary, The Housewife and the Hustler, seeing the victims' faces, seeing and hearing their stories. It's hard I wouldn't want that money. Look, I love amazing things. I love fancy trips. I love, the name brands just as much as anyone else. But if I knew those things were bought allegedly or apparently or possibly with blood money, I just couldn't. I couldn't. I'm not saying it for her to give everything away, but that $600,000 that you want from the house, just take that. Take that. I understand she's used to a certain lifestyle, but girl, that's just me. Erika can do what she wants, but I do know from a PR standpoint, it's not going to end well for you. Speaking of it's not going to end well for you, Jen Shah. Oh, Jen Shah. Well, a new update in regards to Jen Shah's fraud, wire fraud, and what was it? Oh my God. Her telemarketing scam case that is being prosecuted by the Southern District of New York, which has like a 98% winning streak. So according to Page Six, and of course, as always, we will be citing our sources, so check out the description so you can read the full story. They're saying this in a new report and in new court papers filed Monday in Manhattan federal court. The reality TV personality accuses law enforcement officers of trickery, while slamming a quote unquote bare bones indictment and a quote flawed theory of criminality. So as you remember, Jen Shah was arrested in the middle of filming. They didn't catch it necessarily on film, but it was back in March. Damn, time is flying. We're already in June. And she was arrested for allegedly ripping off hundreds of victims in scams she carried out with co-conspirators that spanned 6 states and netted her $5 million in crime proceeds. In an affidavit, she claimed that she signed a document waiving her Miranda rights, but only because, this is the quote, y'all, and this has been the joke of the week, "My contact lenses, which were in my eyes, were dry, and I did not have my reading glasses. So my vision was blurry, and I was unable to read the paper in front of me." For anyone that's ever wore contacts, it's relatable. Have you ever had where you had a contact, it fell out, you lost it, or it happens. You've lost your contact. And I've gone through an entire workday with just one contact in my eye. And it's like, what? Where? Oh, God. It's like you can't do anything for the rest of the day. I mean, that's not her case. She's just saying her contacts were dry. Who still wears contacts, though? I had LASIK. This is what I use for when looking at the computer and things like that. Not everyone, can get LASIK, but I'm digressing. Anyways, her lawyers claim she signed the papers, quote, as a direct result of law enforcement deception and trickery calculated to overpower her will. Shah's lawyers also argue that there were multiple flaws in the theory of this case and the investigation. In an affidavit, Shah explained she was confused when she was arrested on March 30th, believing that it might have to do with a 2017 New York case in which she was a victim of theft and assault and had an order of protection against the perpetrator. Good. This just gets better and better. I was at this point very confused and emotionally off balance from the strange series of events and thought I might have been the victim of a false identification. What is going on? Y'all, I'm literally reading this and I'm just dumbfounded as I'm reading it. And when she was asked if she was under arrest after she was cuffed, the officer told her, "I promise we just want to talk to you," the court document claims. She also claims that she was never told and did not suspect that the entire conversation was being recorded. "I did not know the purpose of the conversation or what, if anything, I was being charged with until close to the end of the 1 hour and 20-minute interrogation. Shortly after, Detective Bastos said, 'I want to conclude.'" Shah's lawyers claim in the papers that the officer's statements implied he was trying to clear up an issue, if not trying to help her, when in fact the statements were plainly untrue, as he well knew that he would be taking Ms. Shah to a magistrate judge that day based on her being indicted in New York. So this is what they're saying in this recent motion this week. They're saying if her motion to dismiss the case isn't granted, her lawyers are asking the judge to bar the statement she made after waiving her Miranda rights from being used against her at the trial. They also want prosecutors to make more specific allegations against Shah so they can more easily build their defense case while sifting through a mountain of evidence, including more than 1.3 million documents. This is a quote, according to the court papers. "This information cannot be adequately reviewed in a lifetime and requires, as we argue below, that the government particularize the charges in a way that is relatively bare bones, superseding indictment does not." The Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office declined to comment on this case. But look, we've been following this case. I haven't reported in several weeks in regards to updates just because it's been a mess about her obtaining the $2.5 million for, her bond. This is what is going on, Jen Shah. But look, Jen Shah has to do everything in her power to fight this case. I thought she would run and try and do a settlement, but maybe her attorneys have advised her otherwise. Homegirl cannot make money right now. The way that she made money, she can't make money that way. That's why she's doing CAMEO. That's why she allegedly had her cousin do a GoFundMe, which has now been taken down. That was the last story that we reported on this whole Jen Shah situation. Lord, the housewife court cases, and Andy Cohen is loving every single bit of it. This week alone, he talked about he doesn't believe this documentary will affect Erika Jayne's future on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I wonder how he feels about Jen Shah and everything that's going on with that. All he did was say, oy vey, but great ratings. I added that last part. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments about this hot topic. I'm through with Erika Jayne. I'm through with Jen Shah. I don't even want to see it. I get it. It makes great TV, but I don't want to see it. I know there's very little that they can say when they are literally in the middle of court cases. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news like this one or when we upload.